So this is really the essence, super moist milk chocolate, and this is the essence of ERP systems and how to understand them. Because from there, let's say you didn't have to make just one cake. What if you had to make 100 cakes? And then you had to order 100 of these boxes. So then you'd have to multiply, if you're making 100 cakes, you'd have to multiply the amount of water you need, the amount of vegetable oil, and amount of eggs by 100. So you would need 300 eggs, 300 resource planner. Because now, since that's your bill of material, your MRP run, your material resource planner run, that runs inside your ERP system, it's got to calculate, well, how long is it going to take you to get all those eggs, all that water, and all that vegetable oil? Well, if you go to your local Sam's Club, it may not take too long at all. So for baking, it's not that hard. But if you're doing in the aircraft industries, it could take a lot longer. So that's your lead time. How long is it going to take you to make this cake? If everything's on hand, that's fine. But then you have your production scheduling. And for production scheduling, okay, how many ovens do you have? Well, I have one oven. How many cakes can I bake in an oven at a time? 2. I need to make 100 cakes. If I look at my time, then I start doing my material production scheduling. I now got to plan my schedule, because I may have to man the oven, with 3 shifts around the clock for so many days to produce this 100 cakes. So I'm just bringing up these concepts so that I'm showing people that all the complex things in ERP systems, when you encounter like Germany's SAP system or Microsoft Dynamics or Oracle systems, believe me, you already know most of this. And if you really look at the cake mix model I'm giving you, you really can understand this. So remember, and review, as my duck Toller barks in the background and wants to play in the snow. Here's your material: your water, your vegetable oil, your eggs, and the cake mix itself is also part of this. This is part of your bill of material, this box of cake mix from Betty Crocker. Your router, or your work instructions, usually called a router in ERP speak, is the instructions. Heat your oven, mix your cake, bake it for how long, let it cool for so long. That's your router. That tells you what to do with this material. And then the combination of these two creates your lead time. You have to calculate lead time based on the material and on the router. This takes you so long, this router tells you exactly how long to make the cake. It tells you, approximately takes 5 minutes to do this, 10 minutes to do this, you have to bake it for 45 minutes or whatever. But here's where a lot of people don't understand. There's a lead time here, right? If you don't have this on hand, you have to go out to the store, or Sam's Club, or Kmart, or Kroger's to get all this. You have to go buy all this. How long does that take? And you have to add that to your lead time. And again, for one cake, it's easy. But when you have hundreds of cakes, it's a whole different ballgame. Of course, you wouldn't buy it like this. You'd buy it in a big bulk pack. You'd buy bulk eggs. You'd buy bulk everything. But you still have to calculate your lead time because you have to bring it in. And this is where you get into inventory storage issues. You don't want to buy, 600 eggs because they'll go bad on you. So you want to buy what you need. That's just in time. So most of us know all this. We already instinctively know all this. This is part of it. We're just trying to learn. You need to understand that you know this. You may just not know the wording and the terminology of how these systems work. Now, I'll introduce one last thing, and I want to do this. We'll do these videos on ERP more and more. But one thing people don't take into account is, okay, you made the cake. What are you going to do with it? Well, you got to ship it, right? Or you got to transport it. Believe me, a lot of places don't